My fellow residents, in an effort to bring real and meaningful transparency to what is happening in your city government here in Portage, today's city address, as usual, will go over a few top activities happening within our city. As summer approaches, things here in your city government are in full swing. My personal goal for these city addresses are twofold. The first is to inform residents and visitors of important activities in Portage and within our city government. The second goal is to keep city addresses short and sweet. Under 5 minutes is ideal. But with so many good things happening in Portage, with so many hard-working city employees, residents, developers, visitors, keeping Portage on the right track, limiting these addresses to 5 minutes has been a challenge. I guess it's a blessing in disguise. So let's get started. Today we will discuss the headquarters for a 225 employee organization that had an option to choose any location within Lake and Porter County. They chose Portage. In an effort to serve children and youth throughout Northwest Indiana, the Boys and Girls Clubs throughout Lake and Porter County have went from operating as separate entities to one entity, which can share resources and programs within city and county boundaries. As the result of the recent merger, the new Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Northwest Indiana is the second largest Boys and Girls Club organization in the Midwest, only behind Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The honest truth is of a merger is only as good as the folks who work for the good of the organization. Their team had many options throughout Northwest Indiana for a new headquarters, and I am very happy they chose Portage. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Northwest Indiana are headquartered right off of Willow Creek Road in the Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute building on the second floor. Now we're on to a new subject. Tuesday of last week, I participated in an official grand opening of our 61st National Park. While at the event, I had a great conversation and exchanged cell phone numbers with United States Senator Todd Young. Since then, we have had 2 telephone calls. His staff is doing what they can to get our lakefront park some temporary assistance with beach erosion, sand on the beach. In a prior city address, I mentioned a program I am creating to recruit Illinois businesses to Portage. As a result of this new program, I met with the Northwest Indiana Forum. We plan on working together in a partnership, putting a task force together to attract businesses from Illinois into Indiana. The overall goal is to attract career jobs with great pay and benefits. Speaking of a new employer in Portage, last week I was honored to welcome one of Portage's new businesses, Bnutty. They relocated and expanded here from Maryville. They noted that Portage's access to rail and interstate was one of the reasons. In other news, we have a final scope of work for erosion along Willow Creek and Sand Creek. Myself and my administration are pledging $250,000 each and every year from our stormwater budget to address erosion along Willow Creek and Sand Creek. This is a part of my administration's long-term plan to put resources towards erosion for our creeks and watersheds. We also learned last week that Hannah's Hope Playground has been vandalized and hasn't been shown the respect that it deserves. Hannah's all-inclusive playground, one of a few throughout our country, is at Founders Square in our downtown. In an effort of safety, new signs and cameras are coming to the playground and throughout your city. I've invited some middle schoolers to City Hall for a roundtable to discuss how the City of Portage can accommodate the needs of youth. Simply find out what our kids want when they say, there is nothing to do in Portage. We will meet monthly and will continue for months to come. Ed Gottschling, a longtime servant to Portage, served on several boards and city council. Ed passed away recently. His family asked, in the honor of Ed, that a bench be placed in his honor. His family paid for the bench, asked us for a location, and they chose it. It was installed and dedicated last week. The bench is at Founders Square in our downtown. Finalized plans for our 2019 Independence Day Festival and fireworks are underway. Fireworks are strictly paid for by donation. Thank you to our sponsors that are involved. Now on to paving. I am excited to announce Willow Creek Road from Central Avenue to Route 6 will begin paving on or after July 15th, which is right after two of Portage's largest events, 4th of July and Nativity Fest. This project is $2 million. Some other paving and project information. First, Hamstrom Road between Central Avenue and Defiance Avenue will be closed to through traffic until July 1st. There will be detours, so keep an eye out for signs. In 2019, City of Portage street and paving repair projects was finally awarded. It's $1.5 million. Various streets around the city that have been identified and prioritized will get paved. An update on the Old Porter Road Bridge that is out. That goes over Salt Creek. It is being rebuilt and replaced. This project will be expected to be finished October 1st. The Central Avenue East and Falling Timbers project were slowed by the rain and will be addressed moving forward as Mother Nature holds out. Speaking of the rain, as you are aware, we have experienced a lot of it, and there's a limited window to get road and stormwater projects done during the spring, summer, and fall months. So with all this paving and road repair, there will obviously be some inconveniences to our residents as we try to commute around it. I ask for your patience and understanding. As our city ages, these projects will happen going forward. I am proud to be part of the progress with it when it comes to jobs, infrastructure, and safety. With our hard work together, we will keep Portage on the right track for years to come. Until next time, God bless you and see you soon.